Big up, guys. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Yeah, my name is Kyle, and I'm live for Luis Enrique to Man United. So, United in the recent times they sacked Rúben Amorium in 2024-25 season, and it was midweek. They sacked him midweek in the middle of the season. I don't know what's up with my camera. Yeah, but I guess I'll fix that later on. But yeah, so they sacked him in the middle of the season, and they appointed a new get. They first appointed an interim manager, Darren Fletcher. That didn't go as well. Then they appointed a caretaker manager, Michael Carrick, who is so far unbeaten since he started the job, and he's 3 games unbeaten, and hope for that run to continue. But obviously, we don't think we're not think about it now. We think about the 2025, 2026, 2027 season because we plan to appoint a permanent head coach. And one of so last time we did Glasner to Man United. This time we're doing Luis Enrique to Man United. And so who's the manager? Luis Enrique is a manager who won a quadruple in football, and he's the current PSG manager. He has been linked with the Man United job, and yeah, he has been linked with the Man United job so far. Let me share my screen. Yeah, so is it share? Yeah, so this guy is. So we have also other managers as well. Obviously, we go through them slowly but slowly. We have people like Glasner, which we have done. Maresca is most likely going to Chelsea, to Man City. Then Laurent Blanc, former LT had manager Xavi Odoni, which is it's a current Bournemouth manager, but by the end of the season to be former. And Luis Enrique as well is current PSG manager. Yeah, current PSG manager. His contract is ending in 2027, so it's current PSG manager. And there's also other things like Xabi Alonso, which I doubt. I think he's going to Liverpool. Yeah. So, in your style of playing football, the vision for Man United is a high intensity pressing, aggressive style, scoring many goals, and youth development. That's what they're looking into for those 4 things. Obviously, for us on Football Overseas YouTube channel, so who's involved in the process? Sergeant Blackcliffe, Omar Barada, Sadev Bradsford, Christopher Wevel, Jason Wilcox, and Glazers to finish up the job. So obviously, I have some sort of guidelines to expect from my manager, Man United manager. Obviously, I want a 3 point fast mentality, yeah, and tactical traits as well. I want to see whether you're good tactically and also leadership and dressing room control. Whether you can control the dressing room and the control, you have leadership skills and bench and substitution mastery because the bench can either improve your game or reduce your game. So if you can master put the right players on the bench and also you can master bring on the right players to change the game. You can do well at any other football club. So that's what I'm looking for. Yeah. And I'm also looking for results and consistency. Man United has not been used to getting good results and be consistent because you can play well against the big six and then against the other teams we play poorly. So that's what we need, people who can get results, get us into uh, those positions. Also, the people who can win us those trophies. You know how to rotate the game. You know how to manage injuries as well. Yeah, and big up to the chat. Yeah, so what are your thoughts on Luis Enrique to Man United? Yeah, what are your thoughts on Luis Enrique to Man United? That's the thing, and I'll be reading. Also, as Kyle, I'll be looking for. Can you control the culture of the club? Is there some psychological control as well? Can you install a winning DNA? Can you handle pressure like steel? Yeah, and other things like I know Man United is not looking for a project manager. We're looking for a head coach, and we have had our times with project managers, especially with Rúben Amorium, and I don't think United fan base we have the time to have the patience to give to a project manager. We are a type of club that demands results now. So I don't think a project manager will do well at United. And also another thing is favoritism for former clubs and players. Like you can find people, a new manager comes to United, what he does is first of all, he will he'll use the same tactics as he used back at Sporting, like Ruben Amorium did at United. Um, Ten Hag built his Man United around like Ajax. Rúben Amorium built his Man United like Sporting CP, and those are two different clubs. And as a manager, you need to differentiate between Man United versus a former club as well. Also, yeah, and at United, you need to be able to handle media and superstar pressure. Also, you have to be able to adapt to the Premier League intensity, tempo, and physicality because you can't adapt, then you fail at being a Man United's manager. Also, his European competition experience must be experiencing European competition because we are a club that always wants to be in Europe and we need to see are you experiencing doing well in European competitions. Then transfer analysis, can you signal then the squad needs clearly to the board and you don't have to be somebody who says I want this kind of I want Mason Mount, I want this. You just have to say, I want a attacking midfielder that does this and this. And then ground management, can you be able to handle worldwide media without distraction? Also, is serious. Can you build mental strength in players who to bounce back from setbacks? Because at United, there's a lot of setbacks. United concede fast. We need to know how we can able to bounce back into the game, how you can able to take a 1 point situation to a 3 point situation. Yeah, that's what I'm looking into. And also, another thing you cannot deny as being a Man United manager is the youth promotion and academy as well. So, Luis Enrique to Man United. Um, Luis Enrique was born in 1970, so he's currently 55 years old. He is a Spanish midfielder. He's a Spanish player. Adija, and his contract is up to June 2026, 2027. So he has 2 years left of his contract. I know, yeah. So I know for this guy, he it's going to be a hard task. Possibly basically to let go of Luis Enrique, especially after he won them the quadruple last season. But I don't think he wants to stay at PSG anymore because he has already accomplished what he wants to accomplish to that squad, and it's time for him to move on to do bigger things with other squads. Also, he's something that you don't know. Luis Enrique, he was a manager of Barcelona and also the manager of Spain as well. So that's as well. and he also managed Celta Vigo. That was for one season, and then he managed Roma for one season, and then he managed Barcelona's youth team for 2 seasons. So he has been around big teams like PSG, Barcelona, and the Spain national team. So he has some experiences here and there. Yeah. His achievement, he's a decorated coach with a lot of achievements so far. He has won the global best coach twice in a row. He has won the UCL trophies twice in a row, and he has won the La Liga twice, Inter Confederation Cup twice, once, Club World Cup once, Copa de France twice, Spanish Super Cup once, Copa del Rey twice, and yeah, and other things like the French Cup, La Liga, Ligue 1, Super Cup, and the French Super Cup as well. So the other elements, he's a proven title winner, and it's something that's boosts to his career as well because we need a title winning manager, and yeah, so the fact that he's title winning shows that he can build a successful squad. Also, his performances in the league, in terms of league, he has done well in League One, improving his form. Yeah, has done well in League One so far. I don't know what's this for. So he has done well for in League One, and yeah, La Liga. He when he came into the club, he won La Liga twice with Barcelona. Second place was in 16-17. Yeah, he got second place. Then what else? La Liga League Two. That's his third place. Serie A, he finished seventh place. Obviously, Serie A is a very competitive league. Domestic cups, he won the domestic cup for Copa del Rey twice, and at 14 he finished fourth, and that was an embarrassing result. Coppa Italia, quarterfinals, Coppa de France. Um, in 2023, 2024, he won this each twice. This season, he was knocked out in the round of 32 by PS Paris FC. It was an embarrassing result, to be honest. And what else? Yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button, like this stream, and also tell me about your thoughts about Luis Enrique to Man United. I think he's a good manager. Tactical vision is there, and I think it should be something that Ineos should look into. I know Ineos will not want a manager who challenges the board, but when he's a promising manager. He's has established himself in football so far, and we were looking to him in 2021 season, and we should look into him again and really consider him for this job because I think he needs to get it as well. Another thing is, yeah, so Champions League, obviously it has been up and down, but mostly up. Yeah, Europa League, obviously his most downtime was in 11 2011 2012, where he didn't finish qualify for the Europa League. Super Cup, he has always won the Super Cup. Club World Cup, it has been up and down. He has won it and been runners up before, so it shows that he can push the team to a final. And he has won the FIFA Confederation Cup. Obviously, with the Spain national team, he didn't do well for the Spain national team. He went to runners up in 2021, and then apart from that, he has been in group stage most of the time. So it wasn't as excellent performance. Um, his Euros Cup, he finished semi-finals. He didn't make it to the final. His FIFA World Cup, he made it to the round of 16 in 2022 World Cup. And it's about who knocked him out. This is what it will tell you mostly about. So for him, he was knocked out by Dortmund, by teams like Dortmund, Juventus, and Atletico Madrid. He was knocked out by Atletico Madrid twice. Yeah. So and Slovan Protestant. So it's few times that he has been knocked out. Those are how many opponents? Only four opponents so far. So what does this tell us? First of all, it tells us that he gets beaten that by teams that are tactically drilled. You know how Atletico Madrid plays. You know how Juventus plays. You know how Dortmund plays. And also Dortmund, all three teams press in waves. They don't place. They don't place at full tilt madness. Also, all teams they target wide center backs and interior midfielders. Also, teams like Dortmund, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, they're willing to just sit with that position and wait for you to break down. And also, they refuse to be baited into course. That's yeah, so they play like a low block. And he struggles when teams score fast as well. Away from home, he also struggles away from home. And when games become transitional or emotional. Yeah. So United in Europe, why is this dangerous for United? We are mostly an emotional volatile side. We are structurally we are weak away, we are poor away from, and also we are an emotional team. We can be easily rattled when conceding. So and when we concede, we tend to concede more than once. Yeah. So our form drops down. Also, we are horrible at game control under pressure. And what we weak at in Europe is what is Enrique's weakest environment. Also, we concede fast, and the crowd becomes anxious, and also the opponent hits, and Enrique demands structure. The players will panic, and transition will explode, and system collapses. So, in domestic cups, she has been really knocked out in domestic cups by Juventus, Atletico Bilbao, and Paris FC. So first of all, domestic cups, also, domestic cups forces rotational between here and there. So there's that element of rotation here and there, and yeah, basically that. Also, it's also about timing based, also position specific, and it slips from office. Yeah. So what does this mean for Man United? We rely on cups as a lifeline to go into European competition, and also as a lifeline to win trophies as well. Because next time we will win the league is very, very far. So Man United will always see dominant position, no separation, and one connects. And yeah, keep and sell. Obviously, I think we need another goalkeeper. If Luis Enrique comes into Man United, he'll demand Bendia goes. Harrison will obviously go, Onana will go, and he'll want a more senior goalkeeper. He wants someone like Emiliano Martinez to come into the club. And I'd leave with him, to be honest, because I think at that time United should have signed two goalkeepers. We should have signed a goalkeeper that is senior and also a goalkeeper that's developing. So the goalkeeper like Lamens and Martinez. Yeah. So don't mind the ratings. Left back. I think Luis Enrique would want a left back. I saw United was targeting Cabezo from Inter Milan, and I think we can sign him so Dogo can be inspired and learn from him. Also, I think Luke Shaw will be let go. Luke Shaw will be let go. Leon will get some game time here and there. He'll be on and off the bench, obviously, and he might be also be loaned out. Amas, I see Amas getting a good time as rotational left back. Yeah. Left centre back, I see him keeping Lisandro Martinez. I think Kevin will become an important player under him. Shaw will be let go. Free will be let go. Though I think another centre back that could come into United starting 11 could be something like Lewis Jackson and Reece Murray. Yeah, especially with now the French centre back Jacquot going to Liverpool. I don't see the centre backs changing as such. Right centre backs, I'm not sure whether Harry Maguire is renewing his contract, but anyway, right centre backs, I see the Leeds be playing there, Euro playing there, and might have young players as well, like Watson, Albert, Mills. Yeah, so you might. And then for right back, I see the lot being sold, and I see Man United going for Molina. Molina is a player in the Bundesliga. Ovori is another upcoming star in the academy. I think he might get some game times there. And then for CMs, Kobe Menu is coming to United. Kobe Menu. Um, Neves. Neves, after this is seeing Neves signed a new contract. I did this way before Neves signed a new contract. So I thought he was coming. Then if Bruno stays, Bruno will be there. I think United will sign Beleba. Sekio Kone will be there. I don't see United signing Elliot Anderson. I see him going to City. And then we might sign Manu Kone from Roma, Taylor Adams from Bournemouth to play on the right same spot. So it's close, yeah. Left wing, I don't see us getting any left wingers anytime soon. We have Ethan Williams, Matato. Yeah, so I don't see us getting fillers anytime soon. And I think Mount will be sold. Rashford is meant to be sold. Sancho will be sold. Ethan Ines will be sold. And yeah, Mount will be sold. Most definitely. Right wing, I see United going for Ahmad, Shalesi, Batato. I don't see us signing any more right wingers for the next 2 seasons. Um, Striker, I don't see us signing a striker. I see us reducing the striker thing to 4 strikers. That is Chido, Ethan Whitley, and JJ Gabriel. I see JJ Gabriel gets some minutes in the 2027-2028 season. Um, Obviously, future captain under Luis Enrique will be Esaro Martinez. I see Bruno Fernandes will not remain with the captain seat. Also, I think Omelette element because of number one, Bruno Fernandes might be leaving the club. Number two, as well, yeah, he might be leaving the club, and as number two as well. I don't see he lasts that long. And plus, yeah, so vice captain. I know Lisandro Martinez was vice captain. Promoting him to captain means that Cunha could be selected as vice captain of United. Transfers out. Obviously, the usual Zaxi, Holland, Hodgland, Rashford, yeah, and small players. Transfers in Adams, Kone, Beleba, Molina, Cabiso, and Ethan Martinez. I don't see United going out there to sign too many. I see United going out there to sign 7 and selling more than buying. Yeah. Yeah. So each players will slap goal under Luis Enrique. Players like Joshua Saxi, he is placed at the striker position. He's talented, but also is slow, a bit slow tempo, and also he has this thing of passive passing. And Enrique loves killers without the ball. Yeah, and then Alta Bendia is not elite with his foot, and he must also be a playmaker in his formation. So that's why. Also, Luke Shaw is fitness plus intensity issues. Yeah, so he'll be let go of that. Toby Collier is honest player, but he's not press resistant or progressive enough. Danica was the same issue, too safe and not dominant. Ethan Ines is physical tools, but not technical fa- sharpness. Who will become a beast under him? So people, I see Lenny Yoro improving, Kobe Menu, Ahmad, Obomo, Kunia, Sesko, Patrick Dogo. Kobe Menu might see him as a career savior. Um, oh, I did this. Forgot to do this. Yeah. So Hayden Heaven might be a rotational centre back. Um, Harima Amas, Diagoleon, Otato, Chido, Seko Kone. So those might break into the projects. Also, Mason Mount will be dropped as well. And I know under Luis Enrique doesn't play with an attacking fielder, which will mean that you'll see Bruno as a CM back again. I don't know what you guys think about that. And as a right CM, as a right CM, we might see people like Mason Mount, even though he might not be here. Ahmad, Maswari, Dalot, Kunia, Sesko, and Dogo. Dogo might be pressing up, inverted fullbacks. As yeah, so I see Patrick Dogo becoming more of like how PSG has that Nuno Mendes. So I see Patrick Dogo becoming more like that, and something like that is so it's tactical play. He'll arrange Man United in a 4-3-3, like he arranges Man PSG, and he'll press in a 4-2-2-2. So this is where we'll have people like Bruno rushing to the box, Cunha there, Bobomo there, Cisco there. So as you see currently right now. And then also another build up you could do is 4-2-2-2, where Bruno is there, Cunha is there, and yeah. Another thing he could do is this 4-4-1-1-4-2-1-3. Yeah, so that's also another thing he could do. Also off the ball, you might be playing a 4-3-2-1 formation. Where I say, yeah. So currently now we're fourth place, third place. My prediction for his performances so far. Looking at his league finishes, I see Luis Enrique does well whenever there's structural superiority. That is, at Barcelona, he had the best players in the world. Yeah, he had an institutional identity. There's press resistant monsters like Messi, Busquets, Iniesta. And United, we don't have that. And PSG, PSG is a financial bully. The league doesn't have enough tactical depth. Let's be honest. League A, League One, League One is a farmers league for PSG, and also also he does not elevate his factional or resource balance teams. Like he didn't do that well at Roma, seventh place, with no patience, no structural advantage, and also Serie A is more difficult because he went to a smaller team. Mm, it does not line. Yeah, so basically that. Yeah, so at United, what does this mean? It not magically restore standards at United. Like, United is not closer to Barcelona or PSG under this ownership. We are more closer to Roma. And yeah, so there's more political split between there's eternal civil war between the clubs, fans, management split, owners agenda split, because the two owners want something different. The Glazers want money, Ineos wants to restore Man United, and also the media is hostile, emotionally volatile, and structurally incoherent. Yeah, so at United will not win the league early because it will require weekly adaptability and those things. Also, he might need if he's signing for Man United, he will not go come at United and win and dominate in the first few seasons because I see him dominating there. That there's total he'll only dominate when there's total tactical authority, recruitment alignment, and yeah, those things. So another thing is unless Ineos commits fully, protects him politically, and gives him transfer authority and accepts there will be early turbulence, this will become a high IQ appointment in a low patience clubs because yeah. So 2026, 27, I see United finishing fifth. Quarterfinals, we might win the Conference League. Yeah, that's my prediction so far for next season under him. So obviously under him we might win maybe two conference leagues and one Carabao Cup. The standards of United have really fallen that badly. Also, pros of having Luis Enrique as a coach. So Luis Enrique's point of view on joining United would be United is a high-profile platform. Also, we have a legendary club history, access to elite players, huge media attention, net financial resources. Despite us being poorly run, we'll always back the manager with the finances to spend. And yeah, he can also impose his philosophy. He can challenge in the Premier League, which is a career credibility because he can now show to his next boss that have done it in the Premier League, La Liga, and in the League One and Serie A. Yeah, so he can also compete against more league tougher opponents for the first time in a while. Because La Liga, he was competing against Real Madrid. League One, he was competing against smaller opponents. So in Premier League, he'll compete against more tougher league opponents for the first time. Also, possibility to rebuild a fallen global powerhouse, exposure to English football style, and opportunity to rotate young talent. Also, a chance to rewrite Man United's era history. Yeah, so basically with those small things. My view on him, first of all, I gave him a 6 out of 10 for 3 point mastery. I don't think he's that great at it yet. Coming from poor results and without losing authority, I gave him a 6 for that. And other things I gave him a 6 was organized pressing, preventing soft goals being scored. We have seen the way he played against Chelsea. Yeah. Also, constantly unlocks defensive teams. That is a 6 as well. Um, Knows when to push for a win without destabilizing the team. That's a 6 as well. Um, Leadership and dressing room control, that is what he's good at, excellent at. This one, I don't have an issue with him at. This one is more average, result and consistency. Yeah. And then also another thing is this, also thrives in hostile environment and no loss of composure under scrutiny. At United, you'll always be scrutinized, and He doesn't have much experience in that yet. Also, yeah. So obviously, Ineos will have an issue with handling the press. Ineos will also most likely flag the aggressive style of Luis Enrique. Also, Sir Jim's active eyes, he'll see him as assistant manager, not a vice manager. The clear structure obviously favors Ineos plus the process of a personality doctrine. Also, he has an elite pedigree. He's a club winner. Yeah, so I think basically what I'll say with United is it is a good appointment, an excellent appointment, and Ineos should make the appointment. Obviously, I think he's the best manager to appoint for United in a back four kind of feel, and yeah, I feel like he's the best manager to appoint. Glasner are not to appoint him in a back three because we've all seen how Glasner does this season. Mm, obviously, Sir Jim Ratcliffe will have some issues in his eyes over appointing Luis Enrique. He knows that Luis Enrique needs control without owning ownership. Yeah, so he needs control. He needs control, and also he needs to own the recruitment. And he knows, under he knows the head coach is mostly owning, controlling the team without owning the who goes in, who comes in. So there'll be low tolerance for chaos. Yeah, and cap frigidity because of domestic caps as well. I mean, away game, um, in certain might be afraid of how United plays away from home because of due to also Luis Enrique struggles there, and the lack of having a plan C. Yeah, emotional distance can also lose the dressing room, and also striker usage risk is the striker is not used at United. Luis Enrique doesn't use a striker as a way to go and bang goals. He uses a striker as a way to press the goal. So that might lose their value as well if the striker doesn't adapt. Mm. Poor optics from after elimination, the media narrative will turn fast. They'll turn against the manager. Also, yeah, and rigid pressing style will they'll struggle against selective pressers. Also, PL physicality blind spot, and yeah, so Luis Enrique is an aggressive have disappeared. Wow. Yeah, sorry. I thought I was on the stream. Yeah, sorry. I thought I was on the stream. Yeah, so cons. Barada will be on site. He'll be fully approved. Yeah, so obviously, I know from Man United's point of view, we'll have a full approval from Barada on him. Sajid Ratcliffe and the rest will not approve as well. But my point of view for this is it is a great appointment. It is a great appointment having him on board, and if we're appointing a back four manager, I'll say let go appoint Luis Enrique. I don't want Glasner. I don't want Glasner at United at any point. Yeah, and I think I'm basically done. Big up, guys, for joining the chat. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, like this stream, and yeah, and comment down because I'll be releasing the video tomorrow on this. Yeah, big up and I'm out.